This podcast is brought to you by SeatGeek. Our friends over at SeatGeek are giving us a promo code of TBA Wrestling. That is TBA Wrestling for $20 off your first purchase. Enjoy the show.
Welcome to Gunners Are Us, where we are positively Arsenal.
And that we are. My God, I just hit the microphone. I hope that didn't kill the audio. Now we're good.
Click, click, click.
Yeah, click, click, click. It has been a lovely, lovely evening. And I'm going to be honest, Joe.
Yeah.
I did a Patreon on Thursday, Sunday, the main show on Monday, Tuesday Patreon, and then I'm back in the studio here today. I have talked about Arsenal so much.
I'm not surprised. There's been a lot going on.
There's been so much going on. And I actually think last week I did the Tuesday as well. I did Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday last week.
Ooh.
And then this week I've done Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And you know, guys, that you'll be getting a Patreon. So if you want to like our Patreon, please go to our Patreon and subscribe. It's about £6 a month if you go below in the link. If not, if you go through the app, it's a tax or whatever. But yeah, go below in the link. I'll be previewing in detail the Cup final.
Yeah.
But today here on the podcast, iTunes, Spotify, give us a 5-star review. Joe and I are in studio, so we're going to be talking about the Leverkusen game, the state of the Champions League, how we feel about the final and what it means, and kind of also talking about the league generally. On Monday, I spoke about if Carling did weekends, we got one. It was just one Tottenham Richarlison goal not happening away from being maybe a perfect weekend.
Oh, man.
But we'll get your thoughts on that and kind of talk about the Premier League in general because we're about to go on a hiatus. We're on a hiatus now.
Yeah. I think we need a break, just slightly.
That's the thing is Arsenal aren't playing a Premier League game now until I want to say the 15th of April, somewhere like that.
Jeez.
Yeah.
That's a month.
It's a month
It's
because
pretty much a month.
this weekend is the Cup final, but the Premier League is happening, but just not us and City.
It's like happening without us.
Yeah, it's all going on without us. Luckily, the cool thing is the only team we have to really genuinely worry about in the whole league is Man City, and they're with us.
Okay.
So we're not worrying about teams catching up. You know, people like Man United and that are going to get their game back in hand.
Yeah.
Because, you know, we've played one more game more than everyone else, really. So Man United, for example, the Man United fans, if they win this one, I think they go 10, 13 points behind us, and they still think they've got that title charge in them.
If they think, I mean, I can't discredit it because it could happen.
It could happen.
But I mean, if they truly believe they have a title charge in them, we must really start believing that we're going to win the league.
And we don't, and that's what's crazy.
We're so nervous.
But yeah, so the weekend will happen, but not without us and City. Us and City will be in our tuxes going to the Wembley.
Yeah.
And then it's the international. So obviously you've got the whole week of nothingness. Weekend, a bit of international. Another week of nothingness. And then that first weekend back is FA Cup weekend.
Oh my God.
Yeah, which is horrible booking.
Yeah.
And then we will be, I believe, playing. There's only a week. I think it's a week off as well after that. I don't think we play Premier League. Let me think.
It feels so wrong having this many breaks right at the end.
Yeah, I think it's genuinely maybe the FA Cup, 7 days. Then it's Premier League. Then it'll be back in the Champions League midweek. And then the short week to City.
Yeah.
In the league.
So it's nothing and then hot and heavy right at the end.
That's the thing is that, and I don't like this kind of being away for a while. And then, like, it kind of feels like there should be a Premier League midweek, the week we come back after the FA Cup, surely.
I'd really appreciate the boys to have a little trip to Dubai or something and come
Then
back.
we just can't
with that purple patch in their step, maybe.
Okay, I'm slightly wrong. So, when we come back from the internationals, it is international break.
Yeah.
We will have a 3-day gap before we play Sporting away.
Okay.
Then we play Bournemouth at home in that weekend. Then we play Sporting at home midweek.
Yeah.
Then we play Man City.
Okay.
Then we have 7 days off, unless they're fitting in something in there. But I don't think the semi-finals, if we get through, won't be for another couple weeks after that.
Yeah.
You would have thought anyway. So yeah, the Premier League, not back until mid April, really, or like kind of the second week of April.
That is mad. That's so close to the end as well.
7 more games to go, but we're not playing for 3 weeks, 4 weeks even.
That is bizarre booking.
It is, and that's what made, I think, if we start in chronological order, as we try to do, that's kind of what added the seasoning to how good that weekend was. Because if we draw that one to Everton, City win, we then got to marinate that in our Premier League part of our brain for 4 weeks of, oh God, they're catching us. Whereas instead, we got what we got.
Sitting pretty.
Yeah, and we gained on them, like, further away. And then now City got to sit on that.
Yeah.
And the other beauty of all of the way the week's gone is we've then just cruised our way to a professional 2-0 win against Leverkusen. They've gone out in horrible circumstances, having to chase a game with 10 men for nearly 70 minutes.
Horrible stuff.
And then 3 days later, they got a cup final. So all of a sudden, it swings our way where you kind of go, well, our players can almost go, well, we've got a quick turnaround. We managed to do 4 changes last night in the middle of the match.
Yeah.
We've walked that game. We now got a cup final, but the players could put everything in because they can either pull out of international or they're going to go away for 2 weeks. And when they come back, we're going to also rotate our team heavily because we've got Saints away in the FA Cup.
Yeah.
And they're more worried about midweek.
Yeah.
So, there's certain players here talking about Zubimendi's and Rice's and Timbers and that might not actually play for another 3-4 weeks.
Nice. Good.
So they can just put everything into this cup final.
Yeah.
So,
and they will.
And that's kind of, you can't really ask for better circumstances.
Oh, the confidence to know that you're out in front in the league. You've just gone through in the Champions League. That's all in your back pocket, done the sorted. All you have to do now is sit back and enjoy the Carabao Cup final and get it done.
And exactly, and I think
so good.
All we could possibly dream of is what we've got going into this cup final. Because, I think we'd all agree that the hardest final you can get in this country is probably Man City.
Yeah.
That's, I think everyone would probably agree that's the one you don't want.
You can't predict that.
No, you can't. But if you were to ask people the perfect scenario going in, the 7 days going into this is as perfect as it can get. And gives us the best chance of actually toppling them. Yeah. And I must admit, watching last night was the first time where I went, I think we might win it.
Yeah.
Because even though we're top, even though we're the only team in a quadruple now.
Yeah.
City are officially out of one, so they can't do it. I don't ever feel like I think if I'm completely neutral, I think we are the best team in the country.
Oh, yeah.
Because I'm an Arsenal fan, I always assume we're just holding off the best team in the country.
We're like, you know how people, like, I saw a load of reels this week and all sorts, like, talking about Arsenal fans and how infuriating we're going to be.
We're going to be unbearable.
And how annoying we are. But we're the opposite of that, I feel like. I feel like right now, we should be unbearable.
We're terrified.
We're terrified. I feel more nervous now than if we were chasing it.
Yeah.
This is scary.
I think there's something to that as well, because Pep said not too long ago, see, it's not gone great since he said it, but he said, we're exactly where we would rather be.
Yeah.
We want to be chasing. We want you nervous. Yeah. We want to be playing with freedom.
Yeah.
And we want to come and catch you up. Yeah. That's what we do.
You want nothing to lose.
Whereas when we're catching them, it's like an inevitability that literally 2 years ago, we won out our whole, pretty much January to May, we won every game.
Yeah.
City just did the same.
Yeah.
And it was horrible because it was so demoralising, because every time you play and you win, you go, come on then, all they got to do is drop 1 point, and they never did. Nah. And we want to give them that feeling this year. And albeit they've already not won all their games.
Yeah.
And I said it on Monday, and you do feel like at some point, whether it's with 1 game to go, whether it's 4, whether it's 7, at some point City are just going to win out. And it does feel that's inevitable.
Oh, it's coming.
And what we can't do is allow that to shake us.
No.
Because people say, oh, you got a 9-point lead. It's really 6, obviously, because of the game in hand. We still got to go there. If they beat us, that's a 3-point gap. That's 1 week where we lose to Newcastle and they beat someone, Burnley, for example.
Yeah. Or even a draw and they win. And
all of a sudden it's 1 point. Tight, and then last day of the season, we're all sitting there biting our nails away at Palace, by the way.
I don't want that.
And we're going, Mateta scored, we're 1-0 down, City are already winning, and you're going, how have we done this?
I want to get it done before.
That's what I mean. And the problem with this weekend, this is the only downside, other than the Richarlison goal, if we get back to the weekend, is it was the first time this year, and I've talked about it a couple of times, where I went, not viscerally, but I went, we've won it. I think we all did. You could kind of see it in the fan base where we all just went from hoping to like, oh, I think we've won it.
Yeah, I think it's ours. And
that is now, it's for me, someone who's a grand pessimist.
Yeah.
It's scary. Yeah. I feel I'm in uncharted waters now, because now I feel like I'm going to be disappointed.
You got your hopes up now.
Whereas before, I'd never get disappointed because I was like, they're always going to catch us.
Yeah.
Whereas now I've switched to, I'm seeing those pictures that people have made of Sleeper and Gabriel in the Cadillac with the Premier League title in the back in black and white, and it looks so gangster. I'm imagining poor little Odegaard in probably normal clothes holding up the trophy in front of everyone. I'm imagining Eze doing some kind of overly cocky celebration holding it. I've got Gyökeres with the cigar in his mouth with it over his shoulder like he did at Sporting walking down the tunnel.
Oh, man.
I've got goosebumps even talking about it. I've got all this now. Now I am so open to be horrifically crushed. And this is what and that's why every week is just it's another week where you're like, that one's done.
Yeah.
They didn't catch us. And that's what I mean. Like this week, I went into that going, I think we should be able to beat Everton.
Yeah.
And I think they will beat West Ham.
Yeah.
I think when I looked at City's fixtures, I pinpointed West Ham away, Chelsea away. They were the ones that I thought they might drop 2 points.
Yeah.
Not 3, 2.
Yeah.
And I thought the West Ham one, maybe I'm being a little bit optimistic there.
Lions.
Yeah. But the Chelsea one's the one we're all looking at.
Yeah.
When I look at ours, I see a few where I could see a draw.
Yeah. A draw is our downfall, I feel.
Yes, and so every time we get to a weekend like this, and you got to remember that Everton game might be maybe the most important, maybe the most remembered, might be historically the biggest goal to ever happen in the Emirates Stadium is that Max Dowman's second goal.
Yeah. What is the deal with us at home against Everton in a title charge?
I know.
And someone scores a goal we still watch to this day, like Tony Adams years ago.
I know, and the irony is, if you remember, 2 years ago when we were in that title race where City just never ended up dropping the points and we lost by a point, who did we play last day? It was Everton at home. It was there for us, and Odegaard did that assist that no one understood how he did it, where he pretended to shoot and he touched it to his left. Yeah. And Havertz put in an open goal.
Yeah.
There's moments like that could have been that moment at home to Everton. I don't know what happens, and Everton are the team that Arsenal have beaten the most in the Premier League era. We've never beaten more teams.
As soon as they rolled that stat out before the game, the last time I remember they rolled a stat out that I remember dwelling on when I saw it, and it was against Man United. And it was Carrick on the sideline.
Yeah, I remember you telling them.
And I remember as soon as I saw that stat, I was like, we're doomed. And then it reversed the stat immediately in that game. And the same thing with this Everton one. As soon as they put that up on the screen, I think it's like 39 or something. 39 games we've beaten them. 39 wins. And as soon as I put that up, I was like, we're losing then.
And the thing is, I thought, I've talked about it a lot, so I want your more opinions because I feel like it's worth revisiting simply because of Max Dowman. But what we have to remember is that game was kind of getting taken away from us.
Yeah.
I don't think we were particularly good, even though we had, I think it was 27 shots in the end.
Yeah.
When you look at the stats at the end, you go, well, Arsenal clearly dominant. You win 2-0, you had 27 shots, you'd already seen.
Last night,
But when you watch it, the Everton game, I thought they were really good on the attack.
Yeah.
McNeil hit the post, and Jai offside, but nearly gets in the rebound. David Raya with that you remember that left-footed save from Beto?
Patrick Wah.
That is such an underrated save.
Patrick Wire.
Right, yeah. Very good. And then you also have the Calafiori scorpion kick. We were trying so hard. And again, you go back a week before that when we were playing, I think it was Brighton. Gabriel blocks a shot with his neck.
He did, yeah. He did.
There's things like this happening. So underlying metrics are we probably are due a loss soon because you can only go so long where the goalie bails you out that well.
Yeah.
Or the post, or a scorpion kick, or a neck. That can only go on for so long before all of a sudden he goes, yeah, that team just thumped us 3-0 because some of these games kind of feel like Everton should have won that 2-0. But the other side of the coin isn't this what champions do? Isn't it like, for example, David Raya rolled the ball out of the goal last night, well out of his box.
Yeah, he did, yeah.
Got away with it. In that Everton game, no one really talks about it. Saliba just pulled down Beto when he got past him.
Yeah.
And that ref didn't even look at it.
No.
The saves that happened, the scorpion kicks, the bizarre luckiness of certain things, or you then go, it's their year.
Yeah.
Because, we've talked about it in the past. To win a Premier League, you need good injuries, good team, good fixtures, good draws, talent. But you also need things like little bits of luck to go your way, little decisions to go your way. And all of a sudden, I'm starting to see maybe that should have been a Saliba red card and a penalty. All of a sudden, we lose that 1-0. City going galvanised. They beat West Ham. Then we go against Bournemouth, Man City and Newcastle without Saliba at centre-back. All of a sudden, the whole thing falls apart. That's how crucial these little things are going our way.
Yeah.
And even Arteta to make that decision to bring on Max Dowman. Before you talk now about that game and Max Dowman, one thing I want to bring to your attention, I brought up on Monday. Subs. Making really good subs. And Arteta's been kind of crucified for making bad subs or not making subs or whatever it is. That game the other day, he made 5 subs. The first goal was the Gyökeres goal, okay?
Yep.
It is Dowman running. He wins a throw. Mosquera, the sub, does a quick one to Max Dowman, the sub.
Yeah.
He crosses to the back post to Hincapié, the sub,
Yeah.
who knocks it back across goal, past Martinelli, the sub, and Gyökeres hits it in, the sub. Okay, all 5 link up, okay?
Yeah.
Then in the last goal, Hincapié does an unbelievable tackle. He's a dog, isn't he?
Oh, and I celebrated that tackle.
He loves it. And the best part is he did that to avoid the corner. He goes out for a throw. They throw it in. Him and Gabriel clash heads, hit it out for a corner.
Yeah.
The corner comes in. Gyökeres, underrated part of this whole goal, absolutely puts his body on the line, gets poleaxed in the process, headers it clear. Martinelli goes up. So Gyökeres the sub to Martinelli the sub, nods it down to Max Dowman the sub. And Max Dowman runs down for the field with Martinelli the sub running blocking. That's what, there was a stat the other day that I think we've had 21 goals or something from our subs, 21 goals or assists. The next team are like 9.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable amount. But that was, I don't think you could see more of a picture painted in front of you of like how important these subs are in that depth that we've talked about all season. Because when you can do that, I'm talking that first goal was 5 people involved.
Yeah.
The 5 subs made the difference. Literally throw, cross, hit a cross, block, shot, goal.
Yeah.
5 subs. That is, and I feel like that. No, I've not heard many people talk about that.
No.
I think that's just such an important aspect of it. But let's talk about Down.
Well, I think for now we've got to stop calling them subs and start calling them doms at this point. I think
we should. Very good. We should also. Arteta doesn't like the word sub either. Of course.
He's a dom.
Of course, but what he calls them is impactors.
There you go. Impactful players. Yeah.
At this point, we can't even laugh at some of the verbiage because 2 things. He's been proved right.
Yeah.
Secondly, Rossini's around, so we don't have to be as cringed out about Arteta because that guy's taking it to a different level. But we will get to him.
Yeah. I definitely want to talk about Rossini at some point.
I think there should be a whole podcast about that guy.
Well, yeah, I had a very good. I'm not going to get off subject yet, but I mean, I had a good conversation with a Chelsea fan about Rossini the other day. Yeah.
By the way, they were 3-0 down last night, 8-2 on aggregate, and he's around his coaches. And he's writing furiously into his notepad at 88 minutes.
What's he writing?
And they're all looking in there, and he's pushing his glasses up with his fingers, and he's going, yeah, and he's got his hand in his mouth like, yeah, no, you're right, I think. And I was like, this is so performative. Like, all you should be doing is standing there, mouth open, like Unai Emery style.
Yeah.
Just like,
what have I done?
What's happened?
What have I done?
Yeah, that's what you should. Even Pep will be sat there, clawing at his own face.
Yeah.
Going, I don't know, and then go on the pitch to try and fight one of them. That's what a manager does. He's writing notes and talking to his coaching staff. And Henry had already brought up about the fact that at the weekend, that goal they conceded, he wasn't even watching. He was annoyed that they made a mistake in the press.
Yeah.
And he turned around and started talking to his coaching staff. And then went and sat down. But during all of that, they'd scored. And he didn't know. Anyway, yeah.
Did he tell his players to surround the ref or something? Like, what happened?
No. He said it's their version of the haka. They go around the ball at the centre circle now and they do their huddle there. Because they respect the ball.
Okay,
that's what he says.
Cool.
For whatever reason, that ref decided before that game, obviously, I'm going to protect this ball because I don't like them doing that. There's nothing in the rulebook that means you can't huddle around the ball. So the ref was being weird. So originally they huddle and they assume he's probably going to
get out.
They kind of slowly walk towards him. He doesn't. And then you see, like, Cole Palmer starts, like, putting his arms around him. And you can see Enzo be like, yeah, you probably shouldn't do that. Because that doesn't look great.
It looks like match fixing at this point, yeah.
And then the ref's then, like, I'm not going to squat down and crawl out of this. I can't get out. So he just, like The Office, the gym, he just looks at the camera like...
That shot of him looking at the camera...
I've been Premiership years for
And Cole Palmer looking at the ref, like...
Yeah, Cole Palmer keeps getting in these situations where he's staring at people like Donald Trump.
So
or like...
funny. He gets it though. Like he understands.
Why does he keep ending up in situations where he's having to look at someone being weird? Why do we keep seeing that?
He understands what's funny about it.
We ended up talking about Rossini. Let's get back to more important things like 16-year-old wonder kids.
Oh man, I tell you what, I haven't had a feeling like I had when he scored that goal. Not just when he scored it, when he was running with the ball and you could see what was coming. So we always talk about how we want Gyökeres to succeed.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, that's how... Like,
Gyökeres defenders.
When Gyökeres scores or does well, I'm over the moon.
I feel complete, yeah.
More so than anyone else.
Yeah.
But the only thing that could have topped that day...
Was Max Dowman.
Yeah. Not just scoring, but scoring the way he did. After pretty much somewhat assisting the first one. And
everyone forgets Hincapié actually assisted it, but yeah, Max Dowman assisted it.
The setup from Dowman to Hincapié, like, I mean, I'm a massive Hincapié guy, so I enjoyed that thoroughly.
Yeah, you are.
A bit of my PC as well, that was actually. A bit of Max Dowman to Hincapié to Gyökeres.
Very good.
Very
modern.
I'm not always vocal when I watch football on my own at home.
Yeah.
Like, even last night. I mean, last night I squealed a little bit because the goals were a bit mental.
Yeah.
But I was sat on my own with the dogs, and yeah, Gyökeres scores his. I throw on the mask.
Yeah, I throw on the mask.
I start squatting in front of the TV with the mask on, you know. Talking to subs and doms.
That's such a weird one.
Oh my god. But
what does football do to us?
The Dowman one, when he was running with the ball, I stood up and I was aggressively jogging on the spot as fast as I could.
I think I blacked out and I was just giggling. That's what worries me.
There's something cult-like about it. Yeah. But I was like, you know, knees to chest, like, you know, when you're in training, you do the quick, like, knees up, knees up, knees up.
I can feel it right now.
Yeah, vibrating. I was vibrating through the house. Like, I was on the spot, just go.
Yeah.
My breathing
it's
was
the way he slowed down as well, freaked me out.
But he had to do so much. Like, he had to, when he got the ball, he had to do so much. And I was
Yeah, because the thing is, people were saying, like, it was just an open goal, he ran the length of the field. Yeah, people do that. But it's like, do you know how many games I've watched where the goalie comes up for the other team and the ball gets cleared?
Yeah.
And that person from that team that wants to score either just clears it at the goal and just hopes for the best, never makes it, that someone recovers and goes and get the ball.
Yeah.
Or they just hit it out of play. Or they try and do what Dowman did and they get tackled. And then, like, you remember that Wayne Rooney goal assist he got for DC United? That one that everyone talks about where this happened.
Yeah.
But he tackled Dowman. Not Dowman, but the person who was doing what Dowman's doing.
Yeah.
He, like, slid in and then in one turn whipped it in and the guy scored the winner.
Yeah.
That's how difficult it is.
Yeah.
And what people don't get, that nod down is really something. That's a choice.
Technique.
And then to have I always get his name wrong. Maliachenko. Militao. Milichenko.
Yeah, we know who you mean. He was in my fantasy team last year. He was in my fantasy team.
This guy. He comes across with his arm and basically tries to foul him across the face. Yeah. And most players, and maybe it's a naivety thing, would have gone down there and the game's won.
Yeah, done. Yeah.
And he went, do you know what? Give me a minute.
He's like, I'm Max Dowman.
He said, let me cook. That's what Ezra probably was saying to himself. He said, let the boy cook. And he went past him. And then Shrewsbury Hall comes in and flies in. And people were saying, like, that was silly. But what it is when you watch it, Dowman feints to shoot.
Yeah.
That's why Shrewsbury Hall jumps in like that.
Yeah.
He also knows the boy's left-footed.
Yeah.
So he jumps all the way across his body. So what Dowman does is with his right foot, which is his technically weaker foot, it's also his back foot, the standing leg.
Yeah.
Touches it once, touches it twice. He goes, bum, bum. Yeah. And the left leg's just over here, and Shrewsbury Hall's going, oh my God, how's he done that? And then, obviously, the whole team starts celebrating. He's running, and then Martinelli's, like, enjoying it, and then our boy, Milichenko, he reappears.
Yeah.
And Martinelli gets a little throat slash or something for his troubles to just kind of block him. But he slows down, and when they show the image from behind, he kind of does like a...
Yeah, he takes a minute.
And then kicks it in.
Yeah.
And when he does it, he then pulls his shorts down so he knows the celebration's going to look right.
Yeah.
But then the best part about it is he turns, after all this coolness he's just done, a bit of messy, pulls his shorts down, I'm ready to go. He turns around, and then he starts just acting like a 15-year-old. And he's going, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And I think that's the best part of the goal. Is like he goes from like, I think I might be the second coming of Messi here, and he turns around and goes, I'm just 15 actually. Oh my God, what's happened? And I think that's the cool. And if you watch like Benchcam on Arsenal's YouTube, it's such a fun watch because they have every angle of it, and you can see like one of the. I can't remember his name. He looks a lot like Saka. There's a youth player that was on the bench.
He was next to Dowman last night on the bench.
Yeah, I can't remember. I don't actually, for the life of me, I couldn't get you his name right now, but he comes flying down straight away because obviously it's like probably his mate. It's probably both 16, and he's going, what? And he's the one he's looking at going, what have I just done? He's like, I don't know. He's like, we were just hoping to get in the team. What have you done there? Because people were talking about Rio and Bagoa's goal at the start of the season where he scored that 96th minute winner against Newcastle at St James's Park.
Yeah,
that was 3 or 4 games in. We're talking pressure. Did you feel the pressure? It was a powder keg, that stadium.
Oh yeah.
This 16-year-old comes on. And Arteta goes, and he said afterwards, what did you say to him? He said, change the game for me. And he comes on, he creates the goal that takes the pressure out, and then does it so we can enjoy it.
Yeah.
All on his own.
Yeah, he did that.
In a title race with an actively, allegedly, quote-unquote, cheating football team in Man City.
Yeah. He's taking on a big juggernaut there.
Yeah. Rocky versus Malianchenko. It's whatever it is, it's not a moment where it's like he played against Mansfield, he did a really cool wonder goal.
Yeah.
So no, he did it in the most pressured moment, minutes before City kickoff, in a title race with 7 games to go for a team that have not won the league since him being born by 6 years.
He basically single-handedly, because Haaland was watching the game walking into his one, he single-handedly
destroyed that team.
The 16-year-old who hasn't done his GCSEs yet literally thought, you know what, City? Now your turn.
You know it when he's rattled Bernardo Silva, because Bernardo Silva, obviously this week, did an interview after that game talking about Champions League, saying in the Premier League, the team that wins the league 95% of the time are the best team. And he said in the Champions League, it's probably like 70% because it's knockout football.
Bit of luck involved, yeah.
And I agree with that second statement. The first statement is a bit of an odd one, right?
Bit shade, yeah.
Yeah, why is he doing that?
You can't accidentally win the Premier League. It's too consistent.
It's 100% of the time the best team wins it.
Yeah, 100%.
Because you can't not fake it over 30
You can't
games.
play every team twice for a whole, however many months
and not be
the
best team.
And not be the best team if you're on top.
Yeah, and
however you do it.
Him saying now is they put him in medieval gear on their social media going to the Real Madrid game, and then he goes and handballs in the line, gets sent off after 20 minutes.
Talk about momentum and confidence shifting.
That's what I mean. And, he's just rattled. You think of Rodri. Remember the end of that season, they won the league?
Yeah.
And said they came to the Etihad and tried to draw. Their mentality's wrong. That's why they didn't win the league.
Yeah.
And him and Bernardo Silva were really giving it like Liverpool wouldn't have done that. Because they're weird. Their love affair with Liverpool, you got to understand. The only reason they have a love affair with Liverpool is because Liverpool allowed them to win 7 out of the 8 Premier Leagues.
Yeah.
What they don't like about Arsenal is that we keep trying.
We keep appearing, yeah. We keep appearing. No matter what.
Liverpool would have a go and then have a week off, a year off, and then have another go. They'd lose again, have a year off. Then they'd win one in COVID. No one worried about it and go, well done.
Yeah.
And then they'd come back and have a year off, and then they'll go again and see go, well done.
Yeah.
They just kind of like big dogged them a little bit.
Yeah, because if we hadn't been right up behind City the last few seasons like we have been, City would have just cruised it.
Yeah, we did only
if it
except for last year, obviously it was Liverpool's, but yeah, the two title challenges we had.
Like if we weren't there,
they cruised.
They
both
just
seasons.
walked it.
Yeah, and that was 4 in a row. So we gave them 3 in a row. We gave them 4 in a row.
Yeah,
they would just walk to 4 in a row.
Yeah,
and if they'd walked to it, would they have been better off in last year? But they had to overturn a lot of talent because they kind of ran their run because we'd taken them to the last day for a couple of seasons. And then it looks like it's going to go to the last day again this year. But it's just that kid rattled people. But what I'm trying to bring up is the fact that what is underneath that unbelievable moment, and maybe my favourite moment ever at the Emirates, was a very worrying game. It was very unorganised. It was very back and forth.
Yeah.
We were creating chances, they were creating chances, but their chances were predominantly a lot better than us.
Yeah.
Until we brought a 16-year-old on.
Yeah.
And again, I keep talking about it. Mansfield away, Brighton away, Chelsea away. There was another one in there. I can't remember what it was. And then this one, the Everton one. Maybe those 5. Out of those 5, we won 4, drew 1.
Yeah. But
we all agree it was probably the worst 5 games we've played all season.
Yeah, the eye test isn't great.
But I think there was moments in the Everton game where I thought, this is better.
Yeah.
It was better than the 4 before.
Yeah.
But the big stat there is we won 4, we drew 1.
It's all that matters.
And we're saying how bad it is. It's very difficult to win matches.
Yeah,
in the Champions League, in the Premier League, in the FA Cup, in anything.
The result is all that matters. Ask Ali McCoy last night every time he got annoyed about the possession stat.
Him and Fletch made me laugh. What was it? It was when that linesman fell over. I couldn't stop laughing. If you watch any Red Bull soapbox racing, you'll love Fletcher's commentary, but he got a little bit red boxy last night. Because there was a couple of times where he started giggling. He's like, oh, he's down again. And he's doing all that. Anyway,
they are the best.
I know people don't like them, but I really enjoyed them. It's funny because I watched the whole interview they did for like 20 minutes where they were talking about how Bodo Glimt could be the dark horses, and they were just laughing about the fact that they'd done all that content and then they just got beaten 5-0. I did a podcast yesterday explaining how I was almost certain that we're going to Bodo Glimt next, so that's interesting.
We're doing a weird little path though, because I mean, Havertz and Hincapié had to play their old teams.
I know.
Then Gyökeres is going to have to go play Sporting.
Yeah, I think that's as far as it goes.
What's the option up to that?
Newcastle, Spurs, Atletico, or Barca. I don't think we've got anyone that's directly from any of them.
No.
The only one is Spurs, because obviously like Eze, Madueke, people like that. Like Eze nearly went there, Madueke started there.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things like that.
Yeah.
But
and it's Spurs.
I don't think I could deal with a two-legged tie against Spurs.
With nothing else to lose.
Yeah, I if we went out to Spurs in the Champions League, I think that would hurt. That would recoup any downfield. If we win the league and they get relegated, but if they knock us out of the Champions League, I feel like it would ruin everything.
If we won the league and they got relegated and they won the Champions League,
It'd put a taint.
People talk about the worst.
It's like
team.
someone teabagging you, isn't it?
People talking. You said taint and teabag very close together. Then, people talk about the worst team winning the league and that. But if someone gets relegated and wins the Champions League, you kind of have to look at it a little bit. Like, what is that?
Well, the team that are in the Premier League that are in a relegation battle did come fourth in the league table.
Yeah.
So that's. Do you know what I mean?
It also shows how hard the Premier League is.
People don't. I tell you what, I do think the worm is turning. There's people now coming out, like I think Carragher, mainly because he was sat next to Thierry Henry.
Was he in his pants?
No. But Carragher was going, because Henry wasn't getting brought into an argument. He basically said, no, I don't think there's much love lost between Arteta and Henry. I don't think Arteta particularly likes Henry. Henry tried to take over from the club with DJ or whatever. Yeah. This guy from Sweden.
Yeah.
And everyone wanted the Cronkies out and everyone wanted Arteta out. They say he was too pragmatic. And Henry was very outwardly saying he's not good enough for Arsenal. And Arteta's now obviously standing there going, well, go on and everyone talk again.
Yeah.
And he said, you don't have to enjoy the football. It's not their prerogative to have to entertain us.
Yeah.
And he said, and me as an Arsenal fan, 22 years, I just want to win the league. I don't care how it happens. Yeah. And the kind of the presenter was like, so yeah, but what's your opinion on the style of play? He goes, it doesn't matter. It's irrelevant. I want to win the league.
Yeah.
And the guy was like, yeah, but you obviously have an opinion. Like, do you like the style? And he was like, I just want to win the league.
Yeah.
He wasn't getting brought into it.
He doesn't care.
And then Jamie Carragher said, he said, we've got to stop. He said, what we got to do is stop doing this whole how they play is wrong. It's football. They're playing within the rules.
Yeah.
If you don't like how they win it a different way.
Yeah.
And I was like, wait a second, Jamie. You've been the leader of this whole agenda against the way we play all season. And I do think, we were talking to Simon this morning in the group.
Yeah.
And he was at the game, obviously, last night. I think it's been way overstated how we play. They talk about it like we're Simone's Atletico and again, Simone's Atletico won the league. That's not they're talking about us like we're Stoke. They're talking about us like we're Sam Allardyce's Bolton. Can I just tell you a couple stats?
Yeah.
Most points in the league.
Yeah.
Not even a draw in the Champions League.
Yeah.
Best goal difference in the Champions League.
Yeah.
Top of that league. We're now through into the quarterfinals. We're in the finals of the Carabao Cup. We're in the quarterfinals of the FA Cup.
Yep.
In the Premier League, we have most wins, least losses, most goals, least conceded.
Yeah.
We have now the most open play goals and the most set piece goals. We now have the most in all competitions in England, the most goals from outside the box. Okay. We also have, what was the other one? There's one more outside the box. There was one more that kind of like really drives it home.
Oh, fair play must be pretty good at this point.
We're second in that, behind I think Man United. I can't remember what it was, but either way, basically every metric that you could decide as being, we're third in the table for least amount of time out of play in our games.
Okay.
So we're not wasting time. We're third in the league behind Liverpool and Man City of who gets the ball back in faster.
Yeah.
Our goalie is top of who gets the ball back in play quickest. So we're quick playing, most goals from open play, greatest set pieces, haven't given away one penalty this year. We've also been given the least amount of penalties.
Yeah.
So we're not even relying on these things. You know, when people talk about Bruno Fernandes, who I'm a big fan of, Matt might be player of the year. He's on, 13, 14 assists?
Yeah.
15 assists? 7 of them from open play.
Yeah.
The rest of them are corners. So all of a sudden, corners are a good way of getting assists. But when Bukayo Saka and Declan Rice are getting,
it's not an assist anymore.
Give me his open play assists. It's like, what are we doing? Like, why are we even... You know, if someone says to me, Bruno Fernandes has got 17 assists, I go, brilliant.
Yeah.
I don't care how he got them.
No.
Because if they directly led to a goal, it's an assist.
That's all that matters.
I do not care.
If it's a cross, it's an assist.
Exactly. And by the way, they showed the metric because the most ever is De Bruyne and Henry combined.
Okay.
20 assists in one Premier League season. De Bruyne had 20, 17 from open play. Henry, 20 assists, 20 from open play. And then Henri on Sky Sports, they showed it. He's like, doing the lip thing. He's like, yeah, pretty impressive, right?
So what you're saying is if we win all 4 trophies, we've completed football?
Yeah, and the thing is, what I can't stand is this kind of like, yeah, I think they are very good. It's just a shame the way they play. Watch our games. I watched every Premier League game that was on TV this week, okay? The most exciting game of all of them was Arsenal-Everton. If not, Brentford-Wolves.
Yeah.
Brentford-Wolves were a good game.
Yeah.
Arsenal one had better moments, better chances, funner game generally. The ball was in play consistently, except for Everton trying to waste time. There was an awful VAR decision where they didn't give us a penalty.
Yeah.
There was talking points.
Yeah.
I watched every game. That was the only really interesting game. And that's not me being biased.
Yeah.
Champions League last night. The English teams, 8-2 out. 5-1 out.
Yeah.
Arsenal 3-1 through. But we had a problem.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to just read a tweet. And this is where, like, I think it has to stop at this point. It says, no, that's me motivating myself. It's a picture of Arteta. No, it wasn't. I'll read that one as well. Someone said, Chelsea, actually cheating. Man City, actually cheating. Arsenal, good at corners. Here's my article about why Arsenal are ruining the game of football worldwide. And people will laugh at that as a deadly true as well.
Yeah, man.
The one I just sent was the one we sent to Simon this morning, which was a picture of Arteta saying, I need the connection. And it says 7 games in the Premier League, 5 games away in the Champions League, 3 games in the FA Cup, 1 game from the League Cup.
Oof,
we have 16 games remaining if we go to distance.
Yeah.
Which is hilarious because Man United have like 8.
Yeah.
If that.
You've got to win 16 games.
Yeah, and again, I said to Simon this morning, quadruple isn't even a thought in my brain that's possible. Obviously, it's there.
It's very possible, yeah.
But so much stuff has to go away. For example, we get Saints, then we get Liverpool in the semis, then we go to Man City in the finals.
Yeah,
we also got to get through Man City in another final.
Yeah.
Then in the Champions League, we got to get through Sporting Lisbon, then potentially Barcelona, then probably PSG or Bayern Munich on a one-off game.
It's all hard.
In a neutral. And all this time, keeping Man City off of us in the Premier League and winning every single game.
One of them being them.
Yeah. Quadruple to me, poof.
Yeah.
Not real.
Yeah.
It's a mirage.
Yeah.
Treble of any sort. Now that's dreamland.
Yeah.
I'm talking we could pick up one now and just be like, oh, put that away, Caribou Cup's in the bag.
Oh, if we get one in the bag this Sunday, then I'm chilling.
Yeah, turn that away, Paul. Forget about it. Happy with that.
Yeah.
Then we just go, a couple more good results go our way in the Premier League. Start going, do you know what? That one's going to be wrapped up here.
Yeah.
Could we go and put a bit more in that Champions League and become legends? Could we go put a bit more in the FA Cup? There's options,
We're leveling up.
Realistically, I think my extreme happiness that is reality that could happen, still unbelievable, is a double.
Yeah.
Premier League, even if it's a Premier League and Carabao Cup.
Yeah.
That's very possible, and I think that would also be legendary.
Mm.
I'll be very, very happy with just the Premier League. I can't state this enough.
That's the only one I really want.
I do not want to win the Carabao Cup and nothing else.
Yeah.
I want to win the Premier League. I don't care if everything else falls apart. I don't want it to.
Mm.
The Premier League has to be brought home.
Yeah.
That is so important for our future. It needs to get that monkey off our back. I know the Champions League we've never won.
Yeah.
But the Premier League is one of this. That's that. It's the old trusty. It's the thing you're going to be in every year.
Yeah.
That has to be done to just write us back into that world of the top teams in England.
That's the one that counts.
Yeah, that's the one. And so that's my kind of order. I think if we had none of them, there's going to be a massive microscope because we put ourselves. The problem is you put yourself in a great position like this. There's bigger critics at the end if you don't, because there's a world in which we win just the Premier League and people go, yeah, but they failed because they were in 4. And I don't agree with that statement because knockout football is knockout football.
Yeah.
Any given side, we've seen it. Seahawks just won the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Patriots were in there. Some people have a run and just things go their way.
And you shouldn't be punished for the work you've done to get in all 4 like this.
And also to get the Premier League done is the hardest. And also you need so much stuff to go your way for 38 games.
Yeah.
All it takes is Liverpool to just get a couple weird decisions in 2 more games and they've won the FA Cup.
Mm.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not easy to do it, but to try and do that multiple times in 1 year, because it might go our way in the Premier League, but it might also go our way in the Carabao Cup final.
Yeah.
But in the other 2, all of a sudden decisions go wrong, a couple injuries at weird times.
Yeah.
Would
you take a world where we win the Premier League and the Carabao?
Yeah.
Or Champions League and FA Cup?
Premier League and Carabao.
Because I know the Carabao obviously isn't as big a deal as the other three?
I think as much as the European Trophy and the FA Cup, because we are the FA Cup,
like, and that is the big domestic cup. Like
yes,
that is
they're the two big domestic. They're the two big cups. The problem with it, in my opinion, is even if we win them, it means we throw away the league.
Yeah.
And I think going next year, no matter what we did in the others, people will be like, they can't actually get that over the line.
I don't know if Arsenal fans mentally could handle throwing away the league again. Like I don't. I mean,
that's what I think's the most important, because year one of these four, where we challenged, no one expected us to be in a title challenge. We're playing unbelievable football, and a young team with not much depth ended up with Rob Holding and Kolasinac playing centre back for the last 10 games. We end up losing 6 out of 10.
Yeah.
And City catch us.
Yeah.
We weren't expecting to be there. It was really nice to be there, but we didn't think it was really going to go over the line. People were describing it as Leicester.
Yeah.
The following year, we came in proper.
Yeah.
We didn't have the depth still, but we got there, and we had an amazing run, and just so happened City just never dropped a point.
Yeah.
The following year, last year, injuries and decisions just blighted us, and we never got back up. But we still got second.
We're close.
Still showed face, you know.
Yeah.
And we got to a semi-final of the Champions League, semi-final of the Carabao Cup.
We like we've said, we improve every season.
Yeah, in some capacity. This year we're already doing it because we've not got anything lower than the quarterfinals.
Yeah.
And the way it's looking as far as draws, I'd like to think we're going to go semi-final, and a final.
Should do.
In the 3 other cups.
Which is hard.
And be in the title race with 5 games to go.
That's hard.
Bare minimum.
That's really hard.
That's really hard to go. And not many people have ever done that.
No.
So with that, you know, it's good. But I think people trying to recover from this one, because again, year 2, we were always waiting for City to drop points. Year 1, we didn't expect it. Last year, we never really truly in it. This is the first time we've ever gone, we got the depth, we got the team, we're top. There's no excuses now. If we fell off now, other than weird decisions start happening for City and not against us or whatever, we have no reason to drop points.
No.
And allow them back in.
No.
We'd have to just turn up and go, I don't know what's wrong with us. I think we're cursed, you know? It'll be that kind of feeling of like, I don't know if we'll ever get over the line, because we couldn't be better suited right now.
Oh, if we can't win something this season, then there's definitely something wrong.
And there is detriments, because City are in an FA Cup and Premier League now.
Yeah.
So after this cup final, when they come back, they've got 8 games in the league and 3 games at a push for the FA Cup. But they might also go out to Liverpool.
They haven't got to work as hard.
Yeah, they might have, after the break, 9 games left in their whole season. And I just read you out. We got 16 left.
That is the two sides to it. It's a beautiful thing that we're in all 4. Like, as of like,
you can almost spoil all of them by being in them.
That's what I mean. Like, but we've talked about it multiple times because we are positively Arsenal. We've talked about the fact that no matter what happens, you have to enjoy where we are right now, and we've said that for the last 3 seasons because that has technically been the case. You had to enjoy where you were because the destination ended up not coming. But you still do have to enjoy right now because we are the dominant team.
We are.
We are the dominant team in all competitions, regardless of how it goes. We are going to have to work really hard now. And we're going to have to work harder than everyone around us that's also competing. We're going to have to play harder. We're going to have to play more. Now's the time for them to step up. But you do have to kind of enjoy where we're at. Because, we may never be in all 4 competitions like this. We may never be sat on top of the mountain like we are right now, ever again. You have to take it in.
Yeah.
Don't look too far forward. Just enjoy where we're at, game by game.
Yeah.
See what happens. Because this feeling we got right now could be gone in, a couple of weeks.
That's the thing is...
Or even after Sunday. The feeling we have right now could be gone after Sunday.
Well, officially... technically there's a 50-50 chance whether this feeling continues, but realistically it has to end because one of the trophies is officially going to be out of the way.
Yeah.
Whether we've won it or not,
we're
never going to be in a world where we are looking at 4 trophies as options.
This is it.
If we win it, obviously we're still looking at 4 trophies because one's already in the bag.
Yeah.
But, this is the moment we got to sit here and actually just go, as Arsenal fans, let's enjoy this moment. Because we've talked about it before, I would take being second every year than winning a league and then being 12th for 2 years in a row.
Oh, I would take where we're at for the last few seasons every year for the rest of my life if we never won anything.
Yeah, because
I would enjoy this way more.
Because we celebrate winning a trophy once. We go to the parade once.
It's done.
And then we just have that feeling of, I'm so glad we won that. And then all of a sudden, we're watching the World Cup and then we're going, oh, do we need to buy anyone? Who we got? It's another season. We're starting again. But what we do is... we watch Arsenal every single weekend.
Yeah.
And you know what I want to do is 99% of the time, I want to finish the game, whether we played well or not, and go, at least we won.
Yeah.
Because I feel better.
I would rather be in the fight.
Right. I just want to win majority of our games. Because it's much nicer than being angry or sad at the end of the game or whatever.
Yeah.
So I'll always take that. And that's sometimes you've got to kind of smell the roses. Because right now, we couldn't be better suited. I mean, we've got Southampton away in the quarterfinals.
Yeah.
We've got Sporting Lisbon.
Yep.
We got a Man City team who are very upset or angry and about to put us to the sword in the Carabao Cup final. We're in a final. Like last year, we would have died to get into that final.
We get to watch a final this Sunday.
Yeah, like last year, I remember we were like, we're not in the league. The Champions League, I assume PSG are going to actually beat us. And they did.
Yeah.
And we're like, if we just get through Newcastle, we get a final.
Yeah.
And we couldn't. We lost 4-0. Yeah. And they went on to win the final. And you think to yourself, God, that would have been so nice. That would have been the one thing we would have enjoyed last year. But because we're almost spoilt this year and imagining a Champions League final and imagining a FA Cup final, but guess what? We might go out to Sporting, we might go out to Saints.
Yeah.
This might be the final we get this year.
Yeah.
So we have to enjoy it. And like I've also like been a bit dismissive of it in my head where I'm like, yeah, it's okay. Win or lose, I'm fine.
Yeah.
But it's still a final. This Sunday we get to sit there and watch Arsenal at Wembley.
An actual final that matters.
Yeah, and it's like we haven't been in a final since we won the FA Cup, right?
6 years ago, yeah.
And again, the Community Shield's feel not like finals, but if you get to see Wembley in that.
Yeah.
But a final where it's like this means something. Yeah. That's this weekend. So but again, that's this weekend. And if you want a deep dive on that, I'll be doing that on the Patreon. So subscribe there by the end of the week. But last bit, a little bit on the Carabao Cup here on the main show.
Yeah.
Do you think it's still got that mental tag that we've been... Because this season's been so ebbs and flows. Like when you talk about a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
Ebbs and flows.
Yeah.
Is there a person that's name sounds like Flo? 'Cause, you draw to Wolves, that game in hand, and you kind of go,
yeah,
they're coming for us. That's it. Then we win the next 3 or 4, like we do after big moments where we feel disappointed. We tend to then go on a winning run and kind of make yourself feel better. You know, because I've talked about it on the podcast for the last few years. Sometimes you have to almost look at like 5-game blocks as opposed to just one.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you might draw to Everton. But if you beat Chelsea next week, won't you kind of look in those 5 going, well, I assume I'm probably going to draw, win.
Yeah.
Just because they come in different ways.
As long as you get the same points.
Same amount of points you expect at your best.
Doesn't matter.
Again, you want to win all of them. But, you know, in reality, when you look at it and go, you know, when we look between now and the end of the season, I'm sitting there going, we need 16 points to guarantee mathematically win the league.
My lucky number, that's a good sign.
We've got 7 games to do it. When I look at it, I see Burnley at home.
Yep.
I see Bournemouth at home. There's another one at home, and I can't think of it right now. But I see them, and I go, that's 9 points in my head. Newcastle at home.
Draws scare me, though.
But then you got Crystal Palace away. You got Man City away.
Yeah.
I think we've got another awkward one in there that I just want to bring up. And this is coming. I am going to circle this, guys, back to the Carabao Cup final. My question to Joe. I'm bloody so long form, aren't I?
That's good because you're on a podcast.
I know, but sometimes I get so far out in the weeds, I have to try and steer it back. Like, for example, when I look at the Premier League, we got Bournemouth at home. I think of that as 3 points. City away, I'm hoping for a draw.
Yeah.
Newcastle at home, you just don't know.
No.
But even if we said it's a draw and then we beat Fulham, that's 8 points. Then we are away to West Ham and home to Burnley. Home to Burnley, I think that's 3. That's 11 points. West Ham away.
Yeah.
Let's say it's a draw. 12 points. Crystal Palace away. Let's say it's a draw.
Yeah.
That's what... This is, in my head, kind of worst case scenarios.
Yeah.
That's 13 points.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
But guess what? That wins you the league because we drew with City. And when you hear that...
Yeah.
Because someone did that this week. They said City win out, except they draw to us. Let's say they win every game, but they draw to us.
Yeah.
We can afford to draw 3, win 3, lose 1, and we'd still win the league.
So we just need to not lose to City. That's our main
The City
goal.
game is so important because
no loss.
Yeah, if it's a draw, we're not worrying about the rest of the league anymore. Like, there's no one that really should catch us.
No.
Finger touch wood, Man United, because they've got nothing else to do. They're just preparing for 15. They got 30 days off now. You know, you just got to go when you get to that City game. As long as we just stay the same, if we win, then you know you can start winning the league at West Ham and stuff.
Yeah.
You know, but a draw is so frustrating, and it's going to be so interesting because they're going to go into it knowing they have to win it.
Yeah.
Because, like I said, we can draw 3, lose 1, and win 3 out of 7. and we win the league if that draw, one of those draws is at City.
Yeah.
And when you look at that, because someone put their like version of what would happen, it was like Arsenal win, Arsenal draw, Arsenal lose, a draw, a win, and a win. Mm-hmm. And everyone was like, God, that'd be bad. And then they said, and this is City's. And it was win, draw, win, 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 win. And like, Arsenal win by 1 point. And everyone was like, God, so Arsenal could be almost poor. We can draw 3 games.
Yeah. We don't have to be 100%.
And when, like I said, when you look at it, Bournemouth at home, Fulham at home, Burnley at home.
Yeah.
You're hoping that's 9 points, right? As long as we do the correct things, then at Newcastle, if we do get that win, that's 12 points. We've nearly won the league if we don't lose to City. And by the way, this is City got to go to Stamford Bridge. They drop points there. All of a sudden,
maybe Rossini is as crazy will become genius on that.
Well, that's the thing. That's what I'm hoping is with Chelsea. You don't know what you're going to get.
No,
they could easily be their best day you've ever seen them that year, and they win that 3-0, and everyone goes, "What is going on?" Or they get turned over and they're very naive. Anyway, getting back to it.
Yeah.
The way the ebbs and the flows have gone, you draw to Wolves, then you're like, they caught us. For example, when I was coming back on that flight and we drew to Brentford, it's not our year. Then a week later, City drop points and we win again. You go, okay, we're back to where we were. Maybe, okay, let's just carry on. Let's see how it goes. Win, City win. Getting close here. You know, maybe we are in it. Then you draw to Wolves that game in hand and go, nah, that's City. Because if they win their game in hand, they're 1 point behind us, then we still got to go to Etihad. Yeah, no, that's done.
Yeah.
Then City lose. And then we win. And the City draw, then we win. And then City draw again, we win. And we go, we're 9 points clear. And now we're all going, we're in. And again, it's because, obviously, since the Wolves game, 4 or 5 games have happened. Instead of going, there's 13 games left, we're going, there's 7 games left.
Not many. That's
all we got to get through. We've got to navigate 7 games. 7 goals. 7 clean sheets, 7 goals, and we've won the league comfortably. You know, it's possible. But you start doing that, and then so those ebbs and flows, and then you started looking forward to the Carabao Cup. I remember Adam Pardrew, who said, obviously, an asterisk to Arsenal's league title, so he's hard to listen to, but he said the Carabao Cup final, as a manager, he said, that is so important. He said, because I've been in similar positions where I've been in one of them, but in a relegation battle.
Yeah.
And that was such the motivation that got us out of trouble.
Yeah.
Because all our players went, we've already won a trophy here. We can play with freedom.
We're the only team here with a trophy currently.
City win that. We go, oh my God, they're better than us. City go away and go, we're getting them.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden they go into with a swagger, they're winning out, and we're starting to stumble through Newcastle at home, and it's getting what we've already seen it already. We stumbled through Everton. Like, it took to 88 minutes. All of a sudden you get the Bournemouth game in a couple of weeks. There's no team in the league that have a better undefeated run in the league than Bournemouth.
Yeah.
They haven't lost in 10 games.
Yeah, that mentality shift if we lose that game to City. It's not just losing a cup, it's to City.
And I think the really important ones is what happens prior, because we play Bournemouth, they play Chelsea.
Yeah.
If we can just win that, forget about the rest of the games, beat Bournemouth, they go into that Chelsea game. If they draw that, we go to 11 points clear. And then when we play City, and if, by the way, if Palace go out of Europe this week, they'll probably reschedule that match to be the week of the Arsenal game.
Yeah.
Because they won't be in Europe, and nor Palace, but we will be.
Yeah.
So that might be the week they put it. So there's a world, because someone said this the other day, there is a world in which they lose to Chelsea, they lose to Palace, that game in hand before we play them, and we beat Bournemouth.
Yeah.
We can technically make it so against Etihad if we win. We don't win the league that day, but we would only need to get 1 more point for the rest of the season.
In how many games left after that? Like
5.
3, 4, 5?
We need 1 point out of 5.
Oh,
but that's again, a lot of stuff would have to go our way.
God, you feel good now. Can you imagine what that would feel like?
Yeah. Well, this is what I want to ask you, and I've just taken 10 minutes to get to it. Do you think this game still has that mental edge? Like, it's not so much about a trophy, it's almost like who's going to get the mental edge, because if we beat them, is that almost like the knockout punch? Like, they're staggering around the ring at the minute.
Yeah.
They've gone out of the Champions League. They've been a bit embarrassed there. In the league, things aren't going their way. They're starting to believe the refs are against them.
Yeah.
The 115 charges are looming. They've just seen Chelsea get nothing, by the way.
No, City are heavy. They're walking around heavy at this point.
That's what I mean. And is that match a game in which if they win, they go, no, we're Man City, we're going to win out. And we go, oh my God, they are better than us. Or do we blow them out the water, let's say, and then we win, and then they just go, we're done. And they just heads down, we can't win anything. Because by the time we play them as well, they will know if they're through the FA Cup or not. Because they have to play Liverpool before that.
Yeah.
So there's those things. But the Carabao, sorry, that's before the game in the league. But the Carabao Cup, do you think it still has that mental factor? Or is it just a game?
I'd like to think it's a momentum shift. I'd like to think that game, in timing-wise and who it is, the two teams, I think it's perfect for the momentum shift. I think we've got the momentum, they haven't. I think whoever wins that will carry some sort of momentum on for the rest of the season. But I also do believe that in this game of football now, I think the new generation of players and teams, and especially Man City and Arsenal specifically, two teams that are based on, they have managers that very much work off of mentality. I feel like it's going to be a blow for that week, but I don't think it'll affect the rest of the season. I'd like to think it does.
Yeah.
I'd like to think if we won the cup against Man City on Sunday, that's us going, it's all ours. We're taking it all. Like, I'd like to think so, personally, as a fan.
Like putting that stake in the ground and being like...
As a fan, I'll take it that way. As a fan, I'll go, we've got this.
Do you not think the players would, like... when you think of like a Declan Rice standing there holding the Carabao Cup at Wembley and looking down at the pitch where the City players are all looking dejected, knowing full well, like, oh God, like, they're coming for everything.
I think I'm talking more from the standpoint of the losing team.
Yeah.
So the winning team, 100%. I think the winning team, 100%. We're the ones with confidence right now. As Dad says, chest out, shirt tucked in, socks pulled up.
Decisions going on.
That's our
Ray running out he's right out of the box now.
We're there now.
We're allowed out of the box.
We're doing it. We're allowed to do what we want. Like, we're there. City are not. They're the opposite. Shirts untucked, chests are in, socks are down. Like, that's where they're at.
Yeah.
And I think that game, for the players, let's say the winning team, I think it does a lot. I think if it's Man City, it brings them up.
Yeah.
If it's Arsenal, I think it just cements where we are currently and where we're going. And I do believe that's what's going to happen. Yeah. I do believe the way things are right now, with the way our players are and the way their players are currently, I think we just win the cup.
Really?
And we stand there and say, look, it's our turn now. Yeah. But I think as from the losing team standpoint, I don't think it will necessarily do that to City. I think if we beat City that day, I think City just carry on because they're robots. I don't think... they're already down. But I do think City have the ability to not be down.
I just think a win would put them in the dirt. I have this curious feeling that I feel like whatever happens, unless we get beaten 4-0.
Yeah. Then I'm confused.
Yeah. If it's like we win 2-0 or 2-1 or they win 2-1, I actually have this feeling that either way could be beneficial to us. Because of the way the mentality of that team is and the way Arteta is. I think winning it, he goes, we put the stake in the ground, we've knocked them out. Like, they're out on their feet, they're out of the Champions League, they're embarrassed, they've lost the Carabao Cup final, they're still in the FA Cup, but they don't know.
If this was Mortal Kombat, it would be finish him.
Yeah, it'd be like, we just put them in the dirt.
Yeah.
If we lose, I could see it if it's a tight game, and they're up there holding the trophy. Arteta walking along our players, looking up there, going, that's the last time we'll see that.
Yeah, you don't do that again.
They're going to have to sit and watch us lift the Premier League title. We're going to have to lift the FA Cup. We're going to lift the Champions League. They can have this.
Yeah.
And they will use it as motivation.
Yeah, he'll say, see what you're feeling right now.
Yeah, never let that happen again.
We never want to do
that. That's what
again.
I mean. So I could see it almost like, is there a benefit to losing it and making them players go, oh, that's never happening again?
Yeah.
I'd rather the first.
I'd rather just win it. Yeah.
I'd rather win and City just feel like they're dejected, because City didn't win anything last year, right? Who won? Palace won the FA Cup, Newcastle won the Carabao, the league was Liverpool, Champions League was PSG.
Yeah. So
City didn't win anything last year. So the idea of them going 2 years with no trophies is very rare.
Yeah.
That's, to me, something that I think is really important, because again, you're going to get very angry, and Pep said at the start of the season this is their transition, hence why they spent so much money, and they needed a year to get prepped. And I think even after like 10, 15 games, we weren't really thinking City were going to be in a title charge this year.
Yeah.
We thought it would be Liverpool. So they've done very well. And maybe it's just catching up on what Pep said at the start, which was this is a transition. I don't think we're able to sustain this. So when you look at it that way, you go, okay, maybe they've actually overperformed. And maybe they're Pep seeing this as like, yeah, it's just a step too far. But next year, we're going to have everyone.
Yeah.
But we all automatically see Pep, we see City, and we go, robots, they're going to win it all.
Yeah.
But maybe they are human this year. Maybe they can get emotional. Like Bernardo Silva just handballed the ball in the line and just destroyed the tie.
Yeah. Yeah, they're doing weird stuff now.
Yeah, like, when you think about it, they scored the penalty anyway. If that gone in and he didn't touch it, with 11 men, they still got back in it with 10 men.
Yeah. Yeah.
Could they've, that's mistakes they wouldn't...
They've lost something.
Right. And that's what I mean is they seem a little bit bewildered. The only thing I find is, because we watch so much Arsenal, I just feel like there's not luck going our way. Maybe there is. But there's an element of like it can't be sustained, but it has already for 49 games, only 3 losses.
Yeah.
So you start going,
when can it not be sustained at this point?
Well, when you look at it, I think there wouldn't be a bigger drop off if we want to win something.
Yeah.
Because we lose a game every 15, 16 games.
Yeah.
We're now 16 games into this run, so we're due one.
Yeah.
Is it the Carabao Cup final? And we go, yeah, okay.
We'll take that. Yeah.
Let's carry on.
Yeah.
But I mean, there's a chance. I mean, we lose 2 or 3 more this year, and we go out of everything except the Premier League. Maybe we win the Premier League, but we lose the other things.
Yeah.
6 games lost in a year is crazy.
That is mad. That's what I mean. I don't think
the unbeaten season. By the way, they lost 4 games.
Yeah.
In all comps.
That's mad. But that's.
So we're less than them currently. And we played 49 games.
But I think that, like we said about, think about where you're at right now. We've said it multiple times. Not enough credit is given to what Arteta's doing. I think even if we don't win anything this season, no manager, for Arsenal specifically, has been as consistently good and progressed as quickly as Arteta has, ever. Like, he's literally done something I've never seen before.
Yeah,
we're in everything, constantly. Like, and I'm not in a way that Wenger was, where we'd, like, play for top 4 a lot of the time.
Yeah.
He's been challenging constantly.
I know.
And we've been improving season by season. Like, it's his first job.
It's so stressful as well because we do the podcast. Like, we're thinking about it all the time.
Yeah.
And you almost want another Premier League game just to be like, all right, City drop points, we won.
Yeah, I want to keep moving.
Okay, I really do feel good about it.
Keep moving.
This 3 weeks is almost like, again, it could be way more hellish if we had lost or drawn and they won. Like, we're the ones in the upper hand here. But there is an element of like, please just get me to that next Premier League game. I just want to know what we look like against Bournemouth.
Yeah.
Like, it's 12:30 on a Saturday. We're notoriously bad there. Is it one of them that we get to 80 minutes and they're winning 1-0 because of Evan Nilsson scoring from a corner?
Yeah.
And we're going, just a point. If we get a point, they might drop points against Chelsea. We're starting to do these. Because I was doing it literally... That's what I mean by the ebbs and flows. Is like, Saturday at 85 minutes, I couldn't have been more like resound to the fact that they're catching us.
Yeah.
I was like, we're going to draw this. We've played well, but we just can't get that goal. Okay. They might drop a point to get West Ham. That'd be ideal. They ended up doing it. But I was kind of like, no, they're going to beat West Ham. So that means we need them to lose to Chelsea.
Yeah.
We have to beat Bournemouth. That's
You're already moving forward.
I was already there. And then that goal went in. I was like, no, we're not. We're winning it. Like, it's such a roller coaster. And so I'm just desperate to get to the next, loop to loop. I want to get there to be like, they did drop points. That was the one I did want them to drop points.
Or reassurance.
Or go, we drop points. We're closer to the end. And now they've caught up.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's closing in.
I'd rather just know.
Yeah, like the Etihad game. I don't know if I'm going to be able to actually not. I don't know if I can watch it.
Yeah, can somebody just tell me how all this ends? Like now, I want a spoiler.
Literally, I did it this week. I'm someone who watches all the games. I get talked into in my head believing City are going to drop points, and then they don't. It's been a problem for the last 3-4 years.
Oh yeah.
Where you watch it, and you go, maybe today's the day.
Yeah.
We're going to get let back in, and they never do.
No.
And then this West Ham game, I said it on the podcast. Don't watch it. If Arsenal win, just turn it off.
Yeah.
You probably did.
I watched
next
it,
day, you turn up.
No, I watched it. I watched it.
You wake up next day and go, what was the score then? Oh, they won 3-0. And you go, oh, I didn't put myself through it. And for 20 minutes, I didn't watch it. And I was like, yeah, I was with the baby. And I was like, I'll leave it. Whatever happens, we won.
Yeah.
I was giving it all that. And then I turned it on. And then they scored. And I went, that's just why I don't do it. Like, why am I doing it?
Yeah.
Then they scored. And I went, they're going to do it. And I was like,
Mavropanos helping us out there.
I was like, why am I going back down through this?
Wenger does it again.
Yeah. But I was like, why am I taking myself down this route again? And then they end up hanging on. And I was like, okay, that's why we do it. But there's an element of that City game, So I don't want to see it. I want to wake up Sunday, sleep all day, and then at the end of it go, what happened?
Yeah.
And someone goes, oh, you won.
You don't want the roller coaster. It's too
I don't know if
stressful.
that one I don't know if I can deal with. I don't know if I can deal with any of them because the feeling we all have now is very much safe because we're 9 points.
We feel good.
But once they have their game in hand and they do win it, and it's 6, we all feel a bit different. Let's say we do lose at the Etihad and it's 3.
Yeah.
Those last 5 games, when you're playing Newcastle at home and you're playing Fulham at home and you're going to West Ham, one point drop will lose you the title. And all of a sudden you're like, why are we here? And watching the Everton game reminded me that against Bournemouth, against Newcastle, against Fulham at home, against Burnley at home, not all of them are going to be 3-0 up at 60 minutes and we go, this is fun. I would say, dare I say, one of them might feel that way.
Yeah, maybe.
Probably Burnley at home.
Maybe.
But I would say the other 3 are going to be situations where we're either down at one point,
or
it's drawing
and we're stressed,
and we've got 5 minutes to go, and
the
we're
players
panicking.
are stressed.
Because I was stressing the Everton game, and that was 8 games out.
Yeah.
I don't know how it's going to fit 4 games out.
And
all I hope is that City do lose to Chelsea away, and we beat Bournemouth.
Yeah.
And it goes to 12 points.
Yeah.
Then we go to the Etihad, we get through, and we drew, and it's 12 points.
Yeah.
And we go, all right, 5 games left. They've got to make up 4 wins, and we've got to lose 3. And you start going, well, we can just draw 3 in a row and still be fine.
Yeah.
If we drew 3 in a row and they won out, we would still be top. We just need to win against Burnley. And all of a sudden you go, okay, so that minute I'm just almost hoping that it gets taken out of my hands by City being poor.
I want City to mess up.
I don't think I can deal with the last day of the season. They're home to Villa. We're away to Palace, and it's level on points, level on goal difference. And we just got to outscore them. And they're 2-0 up early, and we're stalling, and Mateta scores, and you're like, how's this happened? And they're going, this is one of the biggest comebacks in history of Premier League. Like, that is so there.
Yeah.
And that's what scares me. We've done a lot about kind of our feeling. I think that was more or less therapy. I don't know how long we've been going, but I do want to talk a little bit about the Champions League last night.
Yeah.
City did go out. We've kind of mentioned that a few times.
Yeah.
And so did Rosinia and his boys, whatever. And then, as for Arsenal, Leverkusen, it was one of those games that it felt like a less dangerous version of the Everton game.
Yes.
It was like we played well.
Yeah.
I felt good.
Yeah.
But
we had a lot of attempts on goal.
But it got to like 25 minutes, and I thought we've had some attempts, but they all felt like very much stat paddy.
Yeah.
Then all of a sudden the goalie started making saves, and I was going,
that one with his talk about Patrick Waugh, that Trossard one, yeah.
And I thought, and they put up a stat at that point. It was like 7 shots on target, 14 shots or something. I was like, it's 30 minutes in.
Yeah.
I was like, we're peppering them.
Yeah.
And then obviously the shot that heard around the world.
I squealed. I made a noise I've never made before.
It's one of those goals that it's just like game breaking, where you just go, thanks, I needed that. Like, it felt like we were going to just be stopped by this keeper all night, and it was going to become really tight. And
I heard Saliba vomited a little bit when it went in.
Well, it must have. What I noticed was we've seen people score volleys. It felt particularly hard.
You hit it hard
because it reminded me a lot of the Omri one against Man United a little bit.
Yeah,
and he kind of flicks it, bounced up. And he's hit it so hard that when it went in, I was like, whoa. And then the way he was reacting, I was like, well, that's just Eza being Eza. But the way Ben White was even like kind of like hands to his head, like, what has just happened? Saliba was doing it. Yeah, when Ben White's impressed, you're like, okay. Yeah. And then there was an angle they showed of Arteta when it went in. He like does that, and you could see in the background all the Leverkusen subs who eventually took out that linesman. Yeah. They all were going like this when it went in, because they were like, what? And I thought, on the field, that must have felt weird.
Yeah.
Because we see volleys going all the time. Yeah. No one reacts. No, people just run off and celebrate. It felt like, whoa. And even Ali and Thingy said, I don't think I've ever seen a shot go in that quick.
Yeah. The goalie didn't even dive till after it was in.
And then Simon was behind that goal.
Yeah.
And he said, I've never seen a goal like that in person. He said that was the speed it went in. It was like a rocket.
Yeah.
And I think there must have been something to it, because I've never seen professionals all going, what? Usually you just run off, knee slide, and everyone joins you and go, that was a really nice goal.
Yeah. Everyone
was like, what's happened there?
Yeah.
That is mad.
I think Saliba appeared with his hands on his head.
Like, a lot of them were. And they was kind of like, what is going on there? Like, even Gyökeres, if you watch it, Gyökeres is like following it in case it gets like rebounded. Yeah. And he's like puts his arm out when he goes in, and then just to his head like, what? It was just one of them. And
it's one of those moments you need.
Yeah.
Like, in a moment where you have to get a goal.
That's what depth's about. Like, people, we talked about how good our depth was this last season. Sometimes you've got to not have your captain and not have your centre forward in Havertz, like we did last night. Not have our best right back, not have our best left back, and go Champions League knockout. We need to win.
Yeah.
But here's Eza, here's Hincapié, here's Ben White, here's Gyökeres, and go. Yeah, that guy's going to be, when you look across the year, there was a Champions League game where we struggled away from home, and Madueke puts in 2, one from distance.
Yeah.
And you think of Eza doing that, just breaking that game open. Gyökeres has broken up a few in this year. The Brighton away was a hard game, but Saka opened it up.
Yeah.
It's all across the squad. Newcastle, you remember early in the season, do you remember Gabriel scoring in the 94th minute at St James's Park?
I love that.
Yeah.
I felt like a cup final.
These moments you need all over, and that's what depth's about. Is like you have like 24 guys, and 20 of them are broken up different games.
Game changers.
Yeah, and you just go, oh, that one did that tonight.
Yeah.
And then at the weekend, if we win it, it might be Trossard. It might be Martinelli. It might be someone out of the blue.
Yeah.
So Mendy's opened up a lot of games for us from long range.
Quality.
And that's what that goal felt like. It felt like, okay, we used another player he gets the goal, cool, and it just opened up the game, and you felt like the Dowman situation at the weekend. It felt like the pressure keg went, all right, we open the lid, bit of steam comes out, everyone goes, cool, we're good. Yeah. And even the players start running around it different. You go, and that's what makes me also think about that cup final the weekend and going, does that cup final also release that pressure of going, silverware's already in there? Now we're just adding to it.
Big time.
Whereas if you lose that, it's like, oh, okay, more pressure on the other three.
No, if you bank one of them, the pressure is off.
That's what I mean. So, I wonder if that game does have a lot of riding on it. But yeah, Eze opens it up. I think we were really good overall. I think they did attack a couple of times, but not as well as Everton.
Yeah.
And then right at the end, Rice, he wants to hit that so bad first time, and then the second time, and then third time he just...
Yeah.
It just almost kisses the post as it goes. Is it deflected? I can't tell.
No, it's not.
It feels deflected.
I saw a replay from basically his feet angle, and he just curls it from... It's going outside and then comes in.
Yeah, everything about it feels like it's deflected, that kind of spin on it.
The way he ran onto it as well, the urgency.
And he was trying to get it under the whole time. But that's what big players do. And, in baseball, baseball, there's people that are Mr. October.
Oh, they turn up when it matters,
right. Palace fans have been saying for years.
Yeah.
They're like, oh... Eberechi Eze, he is Mr. March, April, May.
Yeah, he gets done.
If you actually look at a graph of all the goals and assists he's ever scored, nearly all of them are backdated to nut cutting time when you need to avoid relegation, win FA Cups, like he did with Palace last year. England, all his goals come in there and towards World Cup, Euros kind of time. Yeah. When stuff matters, Eze gets better.
Against Tottenham.
But when you actually look at it, and Palace fans are saying, oh, no. You've enjoyed him so far. Wait till it gets to March, April, May, because that's when he starts coming. Ooh. And what have we seen already?
Yeah, he's already doing it.
We've seen an assist. We've seen a goal in the league. We've seen a goal now in here. All of a sudden, we're going, yeah, I can see what they meant now. Because he is becoming a bit like, all of a sudden, like last night, he was doing all the, he was getting shots away.
He loves it when it counts.
And it was everything we saw at Palace was coming out last night, it felt like. And it was almost like he's Mr. October.
He doesn't like it when it doesn't really mean anything.
No, he's like that pressure. Against his former club, he scores.
Yeah.
Against Spurs, he scores 50.
Yeah.
And then last night, we need a goal. All right, I'll score my first ever Champions League goal of my career, and I'll put it in top corner.
And you'll remember it. You'll remember it,
he goes off injured as well late on in the game. Went on that mazy run, could have laid in a couple of people, he didn't.
Yeah.
He shoots. I think he might kick the ground. I'm not sure, but he kind of goes to chase back waves. And I don't know if he was just like, I'm done.
Yeah.
I know I'm playing at the weekend.
Yeah.
I think I should come off here. And he ends up being forced into a 4-person change, which I don't think I've ever seen Arteta do.
No. It was 2 separate windows, wasn't it, in the end?
Did it count as...
Or did the game
No,
not
I
start
think
again?
they walked for ages. I think everyone took ages to come off so they could figure it out.
And then, so the game didn't restart?
No.
Okay.
But everything about those changes told me Ben White's starting in the weekend.
Yeah.
Because he came off. There's no reason. If he knew Timber was back or if Mosquera was playing, I think Ben White stays on otherwise. Ben White came off. Zubimendi came off. He's starting, obviously.
Yeah.
Who else came off? Trossard came off. Trossard's starting the final for me.
Yeah.
Eze came off, but that was forced. But I wonder if overall it was a plan.
Yeah.
And then later on, he took off a midfielder, wasn't it? No, he took off Gyökeres for Lewis Skelly.
Zubimendi for Norgard. Did we say that?
Yeah, Zubimendi's definitely started. But then we finally saw Lewis Skelly in a little bit of midfield action, which was nice. I need to see him more. He's not a player I think we should move on from. I think he's someone we should be playing in midfield and rotating into that. I think we're going to lose a midfielder this year because, we as our 10s now, we've got Wineri coming off a loan. Yeah. We've got Eze. We've got Havertz who's now playing as a 10. Moreno's coming back off injury next year. Yeah. We've got Rice, we've got Zubimendi, we've got Norgard.
Yeah.
If you add Lewis Skelly to that, that's a great call. And that's without mentioning our captain Odegaard. So I think it means you could potentially sell a Wineri.
Yeah.
You could sell an Odegaard and go, we don't need to add. We've got the players.
Yeah.
So I think we're in a good position there. Same with left wing. I think you lose Trossard. I think you sell Martinelli potentially. And you bring in a left winger.
Yeah.
But I think we're actually financially in a really lovely position where I think we might be able to make some big sales this year.
Yeah.
And no one feels too like, oh God.
No. I think, we're in a position where no one's really, what's it called? Irreplaceable.
Yeah, because what's nice is people saying Saka's not up to form. He's definitely not in form. But you saw where him and Arteta were hugging. It's like, that guy's dragged us.
Oh, yeah.
He can have a year off if it's the year we win something. And I'll still go, he's the guy who got us over the line, even though he didn't this year.
He reminds me of a guy in a workplace that...
He's been there 10 years, and when the sale came, he got the payout.
Yeah, we've been understaffed for a whole year, let's say. He was the guy there every day doing all the work. Yeah. And then all of a sudden, we're staffed, And he's taken a step back and gone...
And everyone's like, just have a sandwich and watch.
Saka's not doing much today, so he can do what he wants.
He got us here. So, and that's what I agree. And like, I think other than Declan Rice, we got ourselves in a position where we would survive without anyone except him.
Yeah.
You know, we've seen periods of the season where Saka hasn't played.
Maybe Raya.
Raya's becoming one. Raya, you know, obviously Raya, Saliba, Gabriel, Rice, Saka.
Yeah.
I'd say they're the untouchables, but Rice is probably the untouchable.
He's the heart, yeah.
He's the best midfielder in the world, and he's another one who shows up. You know, what did he do in the quarterfinals last year? He puts in 2 free kicks. What did he do last night when we just want to relax at the end of that game? He puts him out from the outside the box.
He loves moments.
He's a big time player, and we got a lot of them. And this is another thing that at the weekend no one really noticed, but against Everton, we started with Madueke, Saka, Rice, and Eze across the middle behind Gyökeres and ahead of Zubimendi. A middle 4.
Yeah.
For England.
Yeah.
Tuchel could look at that and go, "Yep,
sorted."
Yeah, Eze, Rice, and Elliot Anderson behind that, who, by the way, we're looking at.
Good.
Yeah, so you could go, Elliot Anderson, Rice, and Eze, and we'll go Madueke and Saka either side, and then put Harry Kane in there. He's a better version of Gyökeres. And that hurts to say, obviously, but Harry Kane's one of the best forwards in the world.
He is,
But do you know what I mean? So you can kind of look at that and go, that's England.
Yeah.
And then when we did take one of them off, Max Dowman came off as Zubimendi and sat behind the other English lads. It's like, that's the other thing that, you know, when people were ripping into the style of play and stuff. There's a lot of English, you know. We're playing a lot of English players. This isn't the Wenger team that never had English players.
No.
It's
a hard-working, get the job done British core.
Yeah. And who are the best players? Like last night, who was the man of the match? Eze and Rice. You know, who was the man of the weekend? Max Dowman.
Yeah.
Like, we're winning this league with English.
Yeah. English players that the world are talking about.
And that's what I mean. It's another reason why I don't understand why they're not applauding the 43-year-old manager, first-time manager, going for 4 trophies with a lot of English players, and also getting it done, open play, set pieces, fair play. You know, you couldn't be doing more, and for whatever reason, the conversation isn't just not happening; it's happening anti.
Yeah.
If no one was talking about it, I'd be like, well, people probably should be talking about how good this is.
Yeah.
They're not even just doing that; they're talking about how it's ruining football.
It's
bizarre, but yeah,
that says more about you than it does about them, all right? If you're saying that stuff.
2-0 last night, professional win. Declan Rice gets his Coke, and we're happy to go to the next round. And
Coca-Cola.
Well, yeah, we're now going against Sporting.
Yeah.
It looked like it was going to be Bodo Glint. I did talk heavily on Patreon about Bodo Glint even potentially getting through us in the scores.
Yeah.
But they did get beaten 5-0. The benefit of all this, we're not going to the Arctic Circle on an artificial pitch because Calafiori's legs would fall off and potentially Saka's. That's huge.
Yeah, that is huge, yeah.
We're going to Portugal. Warm weather. We've been to that ground literally a year ago. We won there 4-1 when they had a better centre forward.
Yeah, and Gyökeres knows how to score there.
I say better centre forward. Suarez is an unbelievable centre forward. But, and also that chairman really didn't make Gyökeres very happy.
No.
And he said, you're going to pay.
Yeah.
If Gyökeres is waiting for a villain moment, this is it. Sporting is the game I'd prefer of the two.
Yeah.
This is a team that went to Bodo Glint and lost 3-0.
Yep.
So it's possible to beat this team 2 or 3-0.
They have a bad day.
But they're also good at scoring 5 goals at home.
Then they have a good day.
They also beat Man City this year.
They know what they're doing.
So did Bodo Glint and so did Bayer Leverkusen.
Yeah.
Man City lost that 2-0. So I would say that's the best fixture of the two. I'm happy with what we got. Not saying we're going through or anything, but I'm just happier it's that.
Yeah.
I'm happier the home game is the one before City, so we're not travelling too much.
Yeah.
And I'm just glad to get through, really.
Yeah.
I'm excited about tonight's game. There's some good games tonight.
Yeah.
And just see what happens, you know.
I've been watching loads of football recently.
Loads. I can't get enough.
I'm logging it.
Yeah, so if you want to deep dive into the Cup final, that'll be on the Patreon at the end of this week. Other than that, I'll be back next Monday for a recap of that Cup and going into the International. Jesus. And next week, we'll definitely get into the game that Jack, our friend, sent us to do the shirt numbers, because there'll be less to talk about potentially next Wednesday, because I'll cover a lot of it on Monday.
Yeah.
The Wednesday could be a bit quiet going into the International.
Yeah.
So I'll make sure to get something sorted for that. But join that Patreon if you want that. Use our SeatGeek code, whatnot, £10 credit underneath this video. I'll be back Monday if you want to just listen to us on iTunes and Spotify. I'll be back next Wednesday. And if you want that Patreon, that'll be end of the week. Let's go win a Cup final.
Oh, come on!
And then we can enjoy a international break stress-free, other than injuries, and come back next week in 2 weeks, rejuvenated and ready to win this league.
Do you know what I just noticed? I think Declan Rice maybe put a little Easter egg out there last night with that Coca-Cola. Because we're going for the Coca-Cola Cup this weekend. And he's already holding on to one.
And also he had the milk. Because it was the milk cup as well. Anyway. And he had a carling in his hand. Anyway. We'll see you next week.
Bye.